Hello, my dear friend. It is so good to see you and be back here in this space here on Yoga with Paige. If you have ever journaled with me before, you know that a lot of times I put prompts up for you, and that will be the case today. But I do want to emphasize as early as possible that I want this to be a journaling practice for you. This is about complete and utter honesty. So if you've been following my channel for a little bit, you know that I have recently embarked on a sobriety journey. Today is day 7, and as I'm seeing all of these emotions and challenging thought patterns and behavioral instincts at this point, habits come up for me, I thought it would be a perfect point in this journey to journal it out. So today I want to invite you to be as open and honest as you can. And if you are struggling with any sort of addiction, whether it be alcohol, different substances, food, anything like that, you are more than welcome to replace the word alcohol and input your addiction, or you can just use this as a life journey process to be honest with yourself about. So you don't need to be struggling with a certain addiction to find this journaling practice helpful. But if you are, I will have some prompts up here for you. If you need a little bit of help to get your free flowing thoughts going, I will have some prompts about the process, about what you feel, to hopefully help you process these emotions and get them down on paper. Because I think, especially if you are going through a journey of addiction of some sort, I think journaling can be such a crucial part of this process for a few reasons. Reason number 1, you are going through so many changes. You are feeling so many things that you have been kind of avoiding lately with your food, with your alcohol, with whatever it was that you were hiding from. Now it's all out in the open. It's all out there, and it is scary. It can be hard to process these emotions, to even understand what you are feeling or what you're thinking, much less talk it out with someone or tell someone about this vulnerable space that you are in. So this is number 1, my number 1 reason why I think journaling in this space is magnificent, because you can be completely open and honest. You can let whatever it is you're feeling or you're thinking out without any judgment. No one is here to judge you. And now you will have these thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And that brings me to my second reason, is kind of a way to track your progress. So especially if we're talking about addiction, it can feel like a snail's pace. Trust me, I know. I can't believe this is only day 7. It feels like I have lived 7 years in these 7 days. So sometimes this can be really kind of frustrating and upsetting if we think that it's kind of moving slower than we thought it would go, or we're stuck at a certain point in our journey that we didn't think we would be. This can really be a good way to track your progress. And when you find these times of frustration, you can look back and say, oh, hey, but look at what happened on this day, and look how far I've come in just the X amount of time, or whatever have you. It's a great way to look back and see these small little steps that are helping you track and get to where you want to be, get to your next goal. So that's a really good way to keep track. And then the third way is just honestly, so you can be open and honest with yourself. There is no other way that we are going to get over this hump without being completely honest and open and vulnerable, and that is scary. So getting things down can also help you really work through the why. Why were you choosing to forego working through your crap and reaching for the food or reaching for the drink or the joint instead? Why were you doing that? So it can help you get to the bottom of maybe where your addiction started, which will help you kind of circle through the whole process and give you extra motivation to stop. Once you have your why, once you have your motivation, it really can be a strong motivator to keep going, to push through the ick, push through the tough times, and continue on with this journey. So now we are ready. And one more time, I want to express, it doesn't matter how you write in your journal. It doesn't matter if you use full sentences or bullet points or short phrases, or if you draw pictures. Get out what you're feeling. Let yourself open up and expand. Hiding from these feelings, no matter how silly they may seem, or stupid, or just doesn't make sense, let them out. Get them down. Be honest with yourself. It can be really, really hard to be honest with yourself, but I think you will see that once you can open up and become a little bit more honest with yourself, you will feel 10 times, 100 times better. And I am right here with you. I will be doing the same thing. I have some thoughts about this process that I really want to get down. So feel free to start free writing if you have not already. And I will put some prompts up here on the screen for you if you want a little help to get going, or if you want just a little bit more structure on how to write about these things. So enjoy, get it out, let the tears fly if they need to, scream if you want to, do whatever it is you need to do to release these emotions, these things, and get on a path of starting to feel better and happier with your own self. So we can do this together. I know it's a little difficult. I've been rambling a little bit. I just wanted to give you a little bit of background and why I think this is a great practice to do, especially if you are in the throes of some sort of addiction or going through dry January with me or what have you. So no more talk. Let's get to writing. Pens and papers out, please. If you are still with me here, I am wrapping up my portion of journaling out my thoughts. So if you still have more to write, please feel free, more than welcome to pause me and just keep going. Keep getting it out. Keep purging out the emotions, the thoughts. But this is where this practice together ends. So I just want to thank you for joining me in this exercise, and I hope you found it a little bit helpful. I also really, really want to say, in case you haven't heard it today, in case you haven't heard it in a while, or you don't feel that way about yourself, but I am super proud of you. I am super, super proud of you for pushing through, for intending to change your life for the better by choosing consciously to make better decisions and change your habits. And it is more than okay if we fall off here or there, or maybe for a little bit, and we jump back on. That is totally okay. The intention is where it's at, and I am so proud of you for doing the work, this crappy, crappy work. It hurts and it stinks sometimes, but I think this process is a very beautiful and worthwhile one. So thank you for your support along the way, along my personal journey. And I'm so glad that we can be here to support each other. So feel free to reach out and contact me in any way. And I look forward to the next time I see you or hear from you. Have a beautiful rest of your day, my good friend.